Good morning, everyone. This is Murli Sundar. I'm the CEO for the National Detergents Company. Uh, Thank you for all the participants who have joined. We sincerely appreciate the time and interest you've taken. And we'd like to just quickly get into a short presentation to update you on the year ending 31st December 2024. And this time, we'd like to thank all our board members and all our customers for their continued support and guidance for us to reach the figures what we have reached. Uh, Without much ado, so we will get into the presentation. So we'll briefly touch upon the company's history. Then we'll look at the verticals that the National Detergents Company has. And then we'll give you an overview of the financial results of the company. And then the new division or a new vertical under the NDC, which is the aqua petrochemicals. We'll just touch upon an update on that as well. And then we'll also talk about the awards and accolades that we won in 2024 and a short prelude to the future plans of NDC. As you all know, National Detergents Company is an SOAG company. It is one of the leading FMCG companies in the Sultanate of Oman. We manufacture and distribute a wide range of products covering detergents, liquid detergents, soaps, shampoos, laundry aids, household cleaners, and specialty chemicals for the oil and gas and water treatment industry. We are also into commodity trading of chemicals. NDC began manufacturing and marketing detergents and soaps in the year 1981, and it currently exports to all GCC countries and a few North African countries as well. But the base is largely the GCC countries. NDC believes in best value money to the consumers and customers, so we operate in that segment. This philosophy has helped and built trust and a strong brand equity over the 43 years of its existence. The company has a well-equipped and full-fledged research and development division, which is based at Sohar. And we constantly monitor all existing new products and we keep track of new technologies, which helps us launch new products and new categories as we move along. NDC was also the first ISO 9001 certified soap and detergent company in the region. We were recertified with ISO 9001 in 2000, in 2008, and 2005. If you look at the verticals that we operate in, we have a consumer products division. We had a sulfonation division, which was largely an integration project for us. And then we also have an aqua petrochemical division, which is newly formed. In the consumer products division, we are engaged in manufacturing, marketing, and distribution of detergent powders, liquid detergents, hand wash, liquids, toilet soaps, fabric care, personal care products, hygiene, and industrial and household cleaning products. The company distributes the products directly and also through distributors. In Oman, we have a direct distribution, and rest of Oman, in GCC, we have distributor networks which distribute these products. We had a sulfonation division, which was manufacturing sulfonic acid, a surface active agent used for detergents and oil and gas industry. Due to internal reasons, we decided to cease operations of sulfonation division after the first quarter of 2024, and it no longer fits into our strategy in terms of raw materials. Aqua petrochemicals is a new division which we have brought in in 2024, which largely focuses on manufacturing and trading specialty chemicals and commodity chemicals for the oil and gas, construction, and water treatment industries. Moving on to the comprehensive income statement, the performance for 2023 and 2024 over 2023. The sales was, we registered quite a high, double-digit growth of 16% over the previous year. We ended up the year at 24.5 million as against 21.1 million the previous year, a gain of about 3.3 million. The direct cost had been at about 65% as against 67% of last year. The gross margins increased by 2 percentage points to about 8.6 million as against 6.9 million the previous period. And other incomes was about 37,000 against 21. The total income for the year was about 8.66 million. The general administrative expenses remained flat, and the team exhibited extraordinary control in kind of bringing cost under control and check. And it was 7% of the top line, so it ended at about 1.6 million. Selling and distribution expense, despite the sales increase, the team were able to manage the cost and keep it at about 21% of the revenue, so at about 5 million spent. The finance charges were also maintained quite well with the kind of top lines we reached at about 1%. So the profit before tax moved up by 3 percentage points from 4% in 2023 to 7% in 2024 at about 1.64 million. The tax charges we budgeted as per the guidelines at about will be about 1% of the sales. And then the net profit will be 3 percentage points over the previous period, will be at about 1.393 or about 1.4 million. So there has been a very good performance across board by all functions in the organization and controlling cost and taking care of expenses and driving the top line revenues. So a quick look at the non-current assets. The non-current assets slightly moved up from 17 million to 17.5 million. This was largely due to new addition of capex about 1 million and disposals of about 69,000. And a depreciation charge for the year was about 616,000. The lease amount is basically the movement of all lease assets that we currently have. In terms of current assets, the inventory went up from 3.5 million to 5.6 million, which is roughly about 2 million, which largely owed to the preparedness for the increased sales and to reduce the shortages of material of the finished goods to cater to the market just in time. However, we improved the receivables quite significantly from 7.3 million in 2023 to 6.5 million at a higher sales of about 24.5 million, which was a very good job the team had done. And then the bank balance in cash was about 900,000 as against 1.3 million in the previous period. So the total assets stay at about 32.7 million as against 30.35 million over the previous period. In terms of current liabilities, we bought 2.25 million as against 1 million in 23. The employee end of service is about 770. It's almost flat. Deferred tax liability is about 1.9 million. In terms of current liabilities, the lease liabilities are about 112,000. The trade and other payables at about 6.2 million. Bank borrowings slightly increased due to higher inventory management and increase in expenses. So it remained at about 3.5 million and taxation would be in about 310,000. So the liabilities were at about 15.15 million as against 13.64 million. The lease liabilities were largely higher due to the future payments, but also to be accounted for as per the guidelines, and therefore it looks higher. So just a quick look at about Aqua Petrochemicals, a new division, which we are quite happy to give you an update. So in 2024, they did more than the planned sales for the first year of operations. In 2024, we also inaugurated a state-of-art laboratory in Oman, in Russell, the factory, equipped with advanced technology for research and development and quality control, reinforcing the company's commitment to innovation and excellence. Aqua Petrochemical received ISO 45001 2018 certification for occupational health and safety, underscoring its dedication for maintaining a safe workplace. It also participated in a lot of industry activities, including Oman Petroleum Energy Show, OPES, in 2024, and 18 GPCA Forum, strengthening its position to become a leader in sustainable chemical solutions. Well, these have been the operational ones. NDC also won a lot of awards in 2024. Our flagship brand, Bahar, was honored with the most trusted brand in FMCG sector in Oman. NDC was honored with a prestigious award from Times Business Leadership Summit, recognizing the outstanding growth, revenue, profits, and market shares over the previous year. NDC was also named as the best performing company in the small cap category and the best FMCG brand of the year by Oman Economic Review of Corporate Excellence Award in 2024. Bahar won the Best Influencer Marketing Award from TOMI Awards. Aqua Petrochemicals, for the first year, very first itself, won an award with Opal Awards for Best Practices in 2024 in Research and Development category for the QuadraGuard Pro. So these were some of the achievements which the company had in 2024. Future plans, despite challenges with all around the region and globally in terms of trade and tariffs, the consumer products division recorded a higher value sales compared to previous year and has been able to grow both volume and value market shares despite intense price competition and local brands mushrooming everywhere apart from the international brands. NDC will be focusing on revenue growth, increasing efficiency and better margins. So this will be something which we'll be working on moving forward. NDC has plans to introduce new products. Further efforts are being made to ensure cost-effective sourcing, one of the areas where we see the likely challenges because prices are already started going up. We'll also be looking at filling category gaps by bringing innovative and sustainable products in line with the Vision 2030. Strengthen human resources within the organization to be able to manage the future demand in terms of work and options that we will be having. Given the volatile global trade environment, the company remains focused on optimizing cost and enhancing operational efficiencies. The company is working towards growth momentum and cost control for the coming year as well. Developing geopolitical situations could impact, which has already started impacting material costs, but the organization is quite prepared and planned to meet all these adversities which we anticipate coming in the next 2 to 3 quarters. So all in all, it looks like a challenging year ahead for us, and we are by and large prepared to meet these challenges. Thank you very much, and appreciate your patience in listening the presentation. Any questions?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Turbe.
Yeah, so basically I have a couple of questions. One, when it comes to the inventory, a huge increase. I mean, it's around more than, you said 50% increase in inventories. May we know the reason for that? Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the sales growth was about 16 to 15%, 16% sales growth we had. And we had to, kind of increase both the raw material and so this is both raw and packing material inventories. And owing to the MOQs that we need to order and the new products which are planned in pipeline. And then we had issues with the Red Sea issue. And therefore, the perfumes we had to buy in advance for the full year quantity and then hold it. And these were the reasons why the inventory is up. And we are already getting back to 4.5 million, which should be the ideal range in this year.
Right. So there is nothing abnormal with this huge increase?
No, the abnormality was only due to the perfumes, but we had to procure them because the Red Sea was threatening us and we wanted to safeguard the fragrances.
Right.
And it's a high value item.
Right. Okay. The second question is about your export. How much is it as a percentage of your total sales?
Outside Oman, it's about 46 to 47%.
And that's a growth then compared to last year?
Yes, we grew across. Where Oman grew by about 21% and the rest of the markets grew by about 12% roughly.
Right, right. And how do you expect this year, 2025? I mean,
2025, we will be having a bit of a challenging year in Oman because last year was definitely we had the advantage of the situations which also helped us to increase sales because we were planning about 8 to 9%. And we gained another 6-7% due to the challenge, due to the opportunity we had in that year. So this year it doesn't look like, it could be a challenging year, but we are still looking at growing by about 8 to 10% this year.
Okay, so there is a growth expected, yeah, this year as
Yes,
well.
so the first quarter is also we will be ending with a good growth.
Okay, great. Okay, the next question is the Aqua Petro division,
Chemicals.
the new one, the
Yeah.
chemicals. So what is how much is it making out of your full portfolio?
So it's a
Yani,
startup. So
mm,
it's just a startup. So last year we just started the operation. So we started onboarding clients because this business, is largely led by tenders. Uh,
right.
yeah, so we are now in the process of getting listed everywhere, and then we've started pitching in with all the tenders. So we did a little bit of chemical trading business last year, about 180,000 real. So this year we have a ambitious plan of about 1.5 million coming in from them.
Okay, okay. So it's gonna be quite uh, يعني sizable
Yes,
part of your business.
we are betting the future there with the IVC and we being an Omani company and things like that. We are hoping that the opportunity is here. The advantage is we are also into product development, unlike other companies which are largely blending services. We are also into product development. So we are in some advanced discussions with some of the top names in Oman for long-term technical cooperation and tie-up. We will let you know as and when we progress.
So these chemicals are actually competing with international products
Yes,
or
that's right.
yeah, right,
That's
right. Okay. Okay, my last question is regarding, last year there was a topic of the land sale, the one at Ghobra.
correct. Correct.
Any development on that angle?
No, no developments on that.
So what's the plan next? I mean, I remember last time when we had the discussion, there were supposed to be discussion between, main shareholders about the view. Yeah.
I hope the new board has just been constituted today or yesterday rather in the AGM. So we will wait for the new board to look into this matter and then we will update.
Right. So now it's totally your opera operation is totally phased out, isn't it? Yeah.
No, no. I'm currently based in Gobra. I'm
Right.
presenting to you from the Gobra office. It's not
Correct.
completely phased out. We still have the warehouse here. We have the employee quarters for our Russell factory, Gala factory here in Gobra premises. And we also have managers' quarters and all those things in the Gobra facility. So it is still occupied and up and running.
Right. But in terms of blending and chemical production, whatever,
So
there
that
is
happens in Russell.
cruciate, right? And Sohar. And what about Sohar?
Sohar is where we have the detergent manufacturing and the liquid detergents manufacturing in Sohar.
Right.
And soap we manufacture in Russell. Oil and gas and water treatment plant in Russell. And then the sulfonation unit is in Gala.
Right. Right. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very much. I
much.
appreciate your answers. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Perfect. Thank you for the opportunity. So I had a couple of questions. First one is regarding the market here in Oman.
Mhm.
What would you say that your market share is in the consumer products division?
See, it goes by categories. So if you look at, and these are not audited figures because we do not buy AC Nielsen, who is the audit, data provider. We don't buy. So these are purely internal estimates. So we could be plus or
Mhm.
minus here and there. So our
Okay.
estimates in terms of market shares in detergent powders will be close to about 33 to 34%.
Okay, great. And what capacity are you currently operating in?
We're operating at about 75 to 76% capacity.
Okay, and do you have any plans towards increasing this capacity? Like, or
Yes.
do you expect to increase this utilization
Yes,
this
we
year?
are expecting to increase the capacity in the next coming years, next coming year rather.
So currently you already are operating at a 70 to 75% capacity. So 25% of capacity is already idle. Why would you be increasing? Like, is the management planning to, enter into a new market or something?
Okay, 75%. it will reach a threshold at about 85% because we operate many product SKUs and lines. So 75% is just the capacity. If I start using about 100 SKUs changeover and things like that, at 80, 85, the capacity is almost at 100%. And
Okay, so it's
if we
about
have to grow by about 8 to 10% for the next 5 years, then we would need a capacity of at least about say 80 to 90,000 tons capacity. We are only at about 48,000 tons. So if we have to factor the future demand, then we need to definitely look at increasing the capacity.
right. And are your primary targets towards this expansion local markets, or are you targeting more on the
Oman will
exports?
continue to be the center of focus, and then we will also be developing all the participating countries. The key focus will happen in Kuwait, UAE, and Saudi.
All right, thank you. And how are your margins in local market compared to the international market in the GCC?
It's higher. The local margins are higher compared to the market, margins outside because here we have a direct operation and we operate through distributors in the other markets.
Right. And do you expect these the current level of gross margins and operating margins to continue? I mean, and should improve obviously because of the operating leverage in the future if the
Uh,
sales increase?
will be challenging because currently we are anticipating an increase in raw materials, the bulk raw materials, which go into detergents. So we are not optimistic. We are quite realistic in looking at maintaining margins at similar levels.
Right. So you think that the margins would be maintained at similar levels, but obviously there's you expect an increase in sales, right? So this should
Yeah, we're
impact
looking
the.
at top line and we will work on operational efficiencies to see how we can leverage the current margin levels to deliver better shareholders' returns.
Right. Would you be kind enough to tell us what are your primary raw materials? What are some of the indexes that we can keep track of? I'm assuming you use soap noodles as input.
Just a second, I think there's some noise at the background. I'm not able to hear you properly.
I think the moderator would have to maybe mute those noise. Right. Thank you. Is it good now?
Yeah, it's better now. Yes.
Oh, okay, perfect. So, I was asking if you could help us gain some insights about some of the raw materials that you use. You know, the internationally priced raw materials. Maybe I'm expecting it to be soap noodles.
No, soap noodle is not our main material. Our main materials are LAPSA, soda ash,
Yeah.
SLES, these kind of materials. So soap doesn't contribute a big business for us. It's less than a percentage.
Okay, right. Right, and this aqua petro business, do you expect the margins? What margins are in this business? Are they similar to the consumer products division, or are they higher or lower? If you could
They will be
give us some
lower
guidance.
compared to the the CP, the consumer products division will have relatively a higher margin structure than the aqua petrochemical. The only thing is the cost structure could be different between these two, and therefore at a net profit level over a period of time, aqua petrochemical should be a better contributor than the consumer products division.
Okay. Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm taking a lot of your time, but my last question would be, how soon do the changes in international market, the commodity prices, the ones that you mentioned, soda ash, and uh, to impact your margins?
No, it has already started because I think we had a slight increase in cost in the month of March already with the new imports coming in. So we also are quite unaware about how the tariff wars will play around across board and where all it will start impacting. So it's a wait and watch. We are currently guarded up to Q2 with the inventories, without major increase from the current cost. And we need to now plan for Q3 and Q4 purchases, which we will do in the next couple of weeks.
Great. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Akhil, you're on mute.
Mr. Molani, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Nice to meet you after 1 year
Yeah,
again.
correct.
I tried to contact you through the number which is mentioned in the Muscat security market and even your website. No one
Okay.
is picking up. No one is picking up the phone. The operator is not picking up the phone, and even
I'm sorry.
tried to.
Okay, I can give you the number, but I'm not sure. I'll also check the websites for the numbers in there. The
Yeah,
board line is 244-93824.
It's the same which is mentioned in the Muscat security
Yeah, I will
website.
just check if there is any issues because it's
No, the automatic answer machine is replying, but no one is
okay.
picking up the phone.
Oh, I'm very sorry. I'll look into it.
Even I was having some suggestion
Okay.
and try to pass them to you, but even the email is not forwarding to you. I don't know why. So please just update the contact
I will
number,
do
or
that.
even you can put your mobile number there and the
Sure.
email address.
Oh,
Thank you for your efforts and excellent performance for the year of 2024. However, I was expecting a little more increase in the dividends to
okay.
distribute for the customer, because already you have like almost 30 million to 11 million, about 11 million surplus of profit. Let me check the financial statement here. It said that just 1 minute. It's around 11 million and something
So,
of profit you have.
Arif, can you check?
Mr. Modi, that's the equity what we have,
Yeah.
including the revaluation reserve.
Reserve, yeah,
That
reserve
includes
11
the,
million and
okay, that
accumulated
includes the land
profits.
value, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
It's
it's basically the land value.
intangible asset.
Yeah.
How about the accumulated profit? It's also 3 million.
Yeah, that's right. So the reserves is about 3 million. Yes.
If you try to reconsider and give extra dividends in the coming year, it's a request. Request you can discuss, and it depends on the board decision. Brother, is Salon a Salon Industry a parent company or a different company? A Salon, they own the brand of Sana
No, they're not part of us. They're our competitors.
competitors.
Yeah. In fact, we bought their factory. The factory at Sahar was originally owned by them, which we bought over from them.
So they are still operating as Salon.
Yeah, they're still operating here, but we do not know where they manufacture. So
They are competitor. They start to follow. They start to launch some good products in the market. Whenever I go and do shopping, I try to buy the national detergent product, but sometimes they do some offers. I also come to know that you recently launched the number one liquid detergent,
yeah,
which
correct.
is was nice, and the pack with that have less plastic.
Plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, this was nice. But how about to increase the quantity to make it to 1 liter instead 70,
We
100
will do that.
milliliter?
We will
So
do that.
there is huge competition in the market, and recently I noticed that some detergents comes from Indonesia and Turkey and Jordan,
Yeah.
and they try to I mean
They're cheaper
at
than
least,
us.
yeah,
And
cheaper. Sometimes they are cheaper than you, but
hmm,
if you make 1 liter to 1 real liquid detergent, will be in a favor for your company.
Yeah, sure. We will
Last
evaluate.
year,
Yeah,
okay, and like you said, the geopolitical situation helped to increase the sale last year. But last year you launched on raffle draws, car.
yeah.
I'm suggesting this year also you do the same scheme.
It will be there. It will happen in quarter 3.
Oh, quarter three. Brother, try to make everyone win. Like if my suggestion was if to give an 1 gram of gold, 24 karat gold,
Hmm.
which is like 35 riyals, 34 riyal per gram, 24 karat, and distribute more
Sure.
prices to the consumer, they will be more than happy. Then if you people love gold in the market.
True.
They want to participate in the raffle draws where there's a lot of gold. They want to win the gold. So if you distribute 1 gram of gold and make everyone happy, you will increase yourself. You
Sure,
will
sir.
increase yourself.
Thank you for your suggestion. We will definitely look at it.
Nothing is just I'm happy with your performance for the last year. Just I have some ideas and really I want to share with you.
Sure.
But if you update the
I will
email
reach out
address
to
of
you.
one, I can pass my ideas right now. I told you I was doing some financial ratios analysis,
Hmm, hmm.
but I want to share them with you.
Sure. I will
That's
reach out to you, sir. I will reach out to you.
and ask the management to give us more dividends. It will be nice. Oh yeah. So you said the reserve is mostly to the land value.
Correct.
Land value, not a cash, not a
No,
cash.
not on cash.
Okay, enough. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye bye.
Mr. Amar, your hands are raised.
Yeah, hello everyone. First, thank you for the presentation. I missed part of it, so you might have already answered this question. For 2024, what was the capex increase for? Did you
About a
guys
million.
mention?
A million. We invested into our warehouse facilities, lab, and the lab equipments in aqua petrochemicals. So this accounted to the large portion of the investment.
Okay, it was for the chemical.
No, for both
Which
the
one?
divisions. The
Okay,
consumer product division, we had to increase the warehouse space, which costed close to about 500,000. And about 250,000 we invested in lab equipments for the aqua petrochemicals. And all others are basic packing lines, packing machines, and stuff like that.
okay. Uh, okay, thank you. Also for so does this mean that you guys have increased your capacity? Like, is this year capacity is
Yeah, the utilization moved up from 65% to about 75% in 2024.
okay. And what is the capacity in metric tons, if you can share that?
About 48,000 tons is the installed capacity for powder and about
Uh,
20,000 tons for liquids.
you said 48,000 for powder and for liquids?
20,000 tons.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more question. One more question. So you are planning to expand your capacity. So will it be next year or when is it planned?
Yeah, we in all probabilities we should have the capacities by 2027.
You should have it in operation, you mean?
Yeah,
Or
that's right.
and how will you fund that?
So we're
For the
discussing with the board. So we've already given the proposals to the board. So the board will come back.
right. Okay.
Okay, if no further question, then can I say thank you, gentlemen, for joining and appreciate the discussions that we had. Thank you all so much.
Thanks.